let's cover the equation of lines. An equation of a line generally has the form y equals mx plus c. The y simply refers to the y coordinate, and this m refers to the gradient, or how steep the line is. And the x is simply the x coordinate, and this c refers to the y-intercept. And this is where it crosses the y-axis. We only have m gradient and c the y-intercept, which are new concepts. Let's go over what the gradient is. The gradient, or m, is simply defined as the rise over run. And what rise over run means is how steep the slope of the line is. Say we have a line 1, and it's like this, and we have line 2, and its slope is like this. Now the rise is the vertical distance. Then our run is the distance in the horizontal. And from this we can see that line number 2 is steeper than line number 1 because it is steeper, since the rise over the run is greater than line 1. Gradient is rise over run, and if you remember, it was written as m, so in a more concise way we can say, or write rather, that m2 is greater than m1. And a more concise way of rewriting this rise over run would be m is simply equal to rise, which is your y distance, divided by your run, which is the x distance. And now that we've gone through the general gist of gradient, let's go through the different gradients that lines can have. Gradient can either be positive or negative depending on the direction of the slope. If the line is going like this, so from the bottom left to the top right direction, this is classified as a positive gradient. So m will be greater than 0. If it's like this, where the direction of the slope is going from the top left to the bottom right, our gradient will be negative, which means it's less than 0. There are these other cases where if our line is completely sideways or if it's completely vertical. If it's going completely sideways, then our gradient will be 0, because the gradient is defined as our rise over run, and our rise is 0, and our run would be infinite because it goes on forever, but there is no increase in the vertical direction. And now for the scenario where our line is vertical, and this one, again, our gradient, our rise over run, our rise, well, that's infinite because it will just go on and on forever. Our run is 0 because it doesn't move anywhere to the side. And I'm sure you know that anything divided by 0, well, that's just undefined. These are the 4 different situations to find our gradient. The final thing to worry about would be the Y-intercept. This tells us where the line intersects with the y-axis. The equation of a line was y equals mx plus c, and the c is the y-intercept. So if we draw the graph or coordinate system, and we have our line, so let's say it's going like this. Our y-intercept, or c, would be where it intersects with the y-axis. Simply, this would be right over here. And if this is origin, remember the origin is 0, 0. The question would be, does a line cross the y-axis? Well, we can see from the graph that happens when x will equal 0. And if we substitute x equals 0 into this equation we have y equals m, and then we have x, which is just 0, plus c, and we are left with y equals c, and c is nothing but the y-intercept, right? That's all there is to the y-intercept. And with that, we are done. If you enjoyed my short lesson, make sure to subscribe, as I'll be going over some examples in the next lesson. Until then, thanks for watching. If you want to watch a different video, then check this one out.